Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, January 2nd, 2023, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our games for today, make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Charlotte Hornets vs Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers have lost 5 of their last 7 games and 4 of their last 6 road games. Despite their slump, they continue to play well offensively, even on the road where they scored more than 115 points per game in their last 3 games. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Hornets and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They've also been very careless with the ball, turning it over more than 18 times per game in their last 3 games, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Hornets, who average more than 7 steals per game at home. Even though the Hornets have struggled defensively, they play better at home and won't have trouble keeping the Lakers' offense in check. The Hornets have also struggled in recent games, losing 3 of their last 5 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring more than 111 points per game. They are very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing more than 12 offensive boards per game, which will give them more scoring opportunities. They also don't turn the ball over a lot at home and won't give the Lakers a lot of easy scoring opportunities. With the Lakers giving up more than 120 points per game on the road, they will have a hard time slowing down the Hornets, so go with Charlotte to cover the spread. Our team pick is Charlotte Hornets -1 point. The total has finished over in 3 of the first 4 games of this 5-game road trip for Los Angeles, and the total has finished over in 7 of the Lakers' last 10 overall. Los Angeles is 7th in scoring and is weak on defense, allowing an average of 117.7 points per game, which is 27th. The total has finished over in 6 of the last 8 games played head-to-head between Charlotte and Los Angeles. The Hornets are allowing an average of 118.0 points per game, which is 28th. Our total pick is to take the over, 232.5 points. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls are currently in 10th place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they are 10 games back from the first-place Boston Celtics. On offense, they are scoring 113.8 points per game, and they have shot 48.5% from the floor. This is the 16th most points scored per contest and the 5th highest team shooting percentage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Bulls have an adjusted offensive rating of 112.7, which is the 18th highest rating in the NBA. DeMar DeRozan continues to lead the way on the offensive end of the court, as he is scoring 26.2 points per game on 50.8% shooting from the field. Chicago has also shown that they have multiple players that can make it rain from behind the arc. They are shooting 37% from deep, which is the 10th highest 3-point shooting percentage in the league. They have also taken care of business at the charity stripe, as they have made 81.7% of their shots at the line. This is the 5th highest free throw shooting percentage, as they can't let these shots go to waste if they want to win this game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are currently in 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they are 4.5 games back from the Celtics. On offense, they are scoring 111.2 points per game, and they have shot 48.1% from the floor. This is the 26th most points scored per contest, but the 8th highest shooting percentage from the field. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavs have an adjusted offensive rating of 114, which is the 11th highest rating in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell continues to lead the way on the offensive end of the court, as he is scoring 28 points per game on 48.4% from the floor. Cleveland has also shown that they can consistently knock down shots from deep. They are shooting 36.7% from behind the arc, which is the 13th highest 3-point shooting percentage in the league. They have also remained solid at the charity stripe, as they have made 78.9% of their shots at the line. This is the 14th highest free throw shooting percentage, as they can't miss out on these free points and still expect to consistently win these games. On the defensive end of the court, the Cavs have been very tough to beat. They are currently surrendering 106.2 points per game, and their opponents have only shot 46.2% from the floor. This is the least amount of points given up per game and the 8th lowest shooting percentage allowed. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavs have an adjusted defensive rating of 109, which is the lowest rating in the NBA. They have continued to contest shots near the rim, but their perimeter defense has hurt them at times. They have allowed their opponents to shoot 36.5% from deep, which is the 22nd lowest three-point shooting percentage allowed in the league. Luckily, the Cavaliers are snatching 42.6 rebounds per game, which is the 21st most in the NBA. They will have to crash the offensive and defensive glass if they want to keep the Bulls off the scoreboard. I am going to pick the Cavaliers, and I am going to lay the points, -3. They are the better team on both ends of the court, and they have already taken this Bulls team down twice this season. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavs have the 11th highest adjusted offensive rating and the lowest adjusted defensive rating. They will show up on both ends of the court and slowly pull away. The Bulls have struggled as they are allowing the 18th most points per game, and they only have the 18th highest adjusted offensive rating. They won't be able to consistently score throughout this game, and the Cavs will slowly pull away. Cleveland is also a lead on the defensive end, as I see them locking up the Bulls in this game. They are currently allowing the least amount of points per game, and they have the lowest adjusted defensive rating. They will smother the Bulls and keep them from scoring enough points to cover this spread. The Cavs are also 16-4 at home this season, as they have been very tough to beat inside their arena. Our team pick is Cleveland Cavaliers -3 points. Cleveland comes in 29th in pace of play heading into this rematch with Chicago. 2 nights ago, the game went well under the projected 223 number as the Cavaliers came out on top. Zach LaVine had 15 points on 6 for 16 shooting, a night after scoring a season-best 43 in a win over Detroit. You will not see eye-popping numbers from anyone on Chicago going up against one of the league's best defensive units. Cleveland leads the NBA in defensive rating while giving up the fewest points per game. The total number has gone under in 7 of 10 meetings between these two clubs over the last 2 seasons. Our total pick is under 221.5 points. Brooklyn Nets vs San Antonio Spurs. After scoring a nifty 122-115 win over the Knicks on Thursday, the Spurs followed that up with a heartbreaking 126-125 loss to the Mavericks on Saturday night. The Spurs stormed back from a 17-point deficit, but the rally fell just a bit short. San Antonio fell victim to Luka Doncic, who had 51 points just a few days after he had 60 points. In fact, Doncic has scored 50 or more points in 3 of his last 5 games. Ever since Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant came together on the Brooklyn Nets, it has largely been a disappointment. The two showed flashes of what everyone expected, but injuries and other issues always kept them from reaching their potential. Well, it looks like we are finally seeing the KD-Kyrie experiment at its full potential. The Nets are just rolling through the NBA like Black Adam, vaporizing all opponents. They have won 15 of their last 16 games and 11 in a row, including a 123-106 win at Charlotte on Saturday night. Brooklyn shot a blistering 60% from the floor, with Irving leading the way with 28 points, while Durant added 23 points. Royce O'Neal and Nick Claxton each added 14 points for Brooklyn. The San Antonio Spurs have been in a rut as they've lost 5 of their last 8 games, and they will be hoping to bounce back here after coming up just short to the Mavericks in a 126-125 loss on Saturday. Keldon Johnson led the team with 30 points on 10 of 19 shooting, Jeremy Sochan added 20 points, Jacob Poeltl scored 19 points with 15 rebounds and 6 assists, while Tre Jones tallied 18 points with 6 assists. As a team, the Spurs shot 55% from the field and 8 of 19 from the three-point line, which was good enough to claw back from a 17-point deficit, only to come up painfully short, with Jones missing 2 crucial free throws in the final 3.1 seconds. The Brooklyn Nets have been the hottest team in the league as they've won 15 of their past 16 games overall, and they will be aiming for a 12th straight victory after routing the Hornets in a 123-106 road win on Saturday. Kyrie Irving led the team with 28 points, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Kevin Durant added 23 points on 9 of 15 shooting, while Royce O'Neal and Nick Claxton each scored 14 points. As a team, the Nets shot a sizzling 60% from the field and 13 of 34 from the three-point line as they took control of the game right from the start and never under pressure after jumping out to an early double-digit lead. Home, road, it really doesn't matter where the Nets play basketball the way they are playing right now. They just happen to be home after a successful road trip, and I really don't see them having any problem dispatching the Spurs with relative ease. I could throw all kinds of numbers at you, but the bottom line is, this is a huge mismatch as the Spurs rank last in the league in almost every defensive category, including defending the three, and they are facing an offense that is firing on all cylinders. Our team pick is to take the Nets here to cover. The Nets rank 23rd in pace of play entering this game against the Spurs. They have been a different club under coach Jacques Vaughn, especially on the defensive end. They have won 22 of their last 29 games under him and are 10th in defensive rating. Sure, that metric is not going to turn heads, but with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving showing an increased focus on the defensive side of the ball, Brooklyn becomes a dangerous team. The total has been going over in Spurs games, partially due to their horrible presence on the defensive end. But I anticipate this game going under in a Brooklyn blowout. Opposing teams are shooting the fourth lowest field goal percentage facing the Nets. Our total pick is under 229.5 points.